Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome to episode 10 of Europa Universalis IV as Japan. A little bit of a derpy mishap at the end of the last video when I tried to detach a siege and move my troops out here, and the game decided it was going to move everybody and therefore completely reset my siege, which was annoying. We're making money, only just. We have no manpower, we have no stability, and we are behind on tech. Apart from that, we're doing quite well. We have managed to unify most of Japan. We've taken some land from Korea. We're just having to be careful at the moment because there is a potential of some uprisings coming from the natives. I thought we had more men there. I didn't realise that they were so low. We have actually gone ahead and won that siege, so let's go ahead and offer peace. You've only got one province, which we want to take. All of your money, which is only 83 ducats, but there we go. That is now we hold the whole of Japan. That's quite a lot of admin points there, but that's the last thing we've got to core for a while. Again, we'll go and bump the autonomy up to reduce the chance of any rebellions. And then we're going to get all of our guys together. This is actually a 10 stack, believe it or not. But you're going to get onto the boat, and that boat is going to go and drop you over on Zhenju. These are the two provinces where we are most likely to get provincial unrest. In fact, Zhenju's actually gone away now. Why has that gone down to 0? Let's just pause up here, because you're actually on minus 10%. Legitimacy, autonomy increased. Though there has been a recent uprising. I must have missed it completely. Okay, in that case, get your ass back to the mainland. We can probably recall these guys as well, but I think I might leave them there. So we've gained a couple more provinces. That gives us one extra force limit, which isn't great when you consider the fact that we don't have any manpower, so we can't actually make any more troops. So we'll drop you guys off. We'll go ahead and mothball up the transports for now. And we're now in a little bit of a sticky situation because there's not an awful lot we could do. It'd be nice to try and take an idea group, especially if we could get something like expansion, because then we could start colonizing out into the islands, which could be useful. We could also start coming down this way, and we could start to colonize Taiwan and start moving down towards the Philippines and Indonesia, New Guinea and everything, which we haven't uncovered yet, which is a little bit problematic. So we've done that conversion. We've got two more. These conversions are going to take ages. Now, is that right? The animists have gone away instantly, so let's go ahead and get both of those done because we do need to complete our mission. So we'll start working on that. We could build some buildings. We do not actually have some options for buildings now. We could get some temples. Temples aren't all that great, and they give you a little bit of tax. Trade can be quite good because it increases the trade power considerably. Do we have anywhere that gives us a colossal amount of trade? There's a few places here that have pretty high trade power. We don't get much money from trade at the moment though. Most of our money does come from taxes. So I am tempted to build a few temples. Temples are often not always worth it because it takes a long time for a temple to pay for itself, essentially. That one's 20. That's probably the... I'm looking for sort of 0.2 ducats per month and above. There. That's probably the sort of floor limit for where I would build a temple. Because otherwise it's just going to take far too long to pay itself back. Marketplaces are definitely going to be useful. We don't have all that much trade power at the moment. Although it is improving slightly. We are making money. I don't think we need to be on full army maintenance at the moment either. It's not like we actually have any manpower, so we can't actually reinforce. We are still gaining inflation. Some of that inflation is by the gold mine, because we do have the gold mine down here. It's also quite possible that we've got multiple gold mines. Trade goods map mode. No, we've only got the one gold mine. What did we get down here? Fish, great. You see, if we'd have got any of these three along the coast, we'd have had Chinaware. We got this one, which was Chinaware. What else might be nice to take? There's a few down here where we could grab silk if we want to go to war with Ming and get tea and silk. We obviously don't know what we're going to get up here. Most of this is all going to be fish. We could get furs if we went this far north. So there's certainly something to be said for attacking Yeren. Try and get furs from him. Naval supplies. He's also got some iron there in the mountains as well. But we've got a decent variety of trade goods here in China. Obviously we've got tea, we've got silk, we've got dyes. We've got Chinaware, we've got iron, we've got gold. So it's not too bad. It's a bit of a mashup, but it should be fine. Just keeping our eye on provincial unrest. Which is literally Segura and Yamato, which are the two last provinces that we took. Well, this is Yamato. What are we doing over here? Oh, this is where we're building something. So, yeah, Yamato will go down. As soon as that separatism starts to burn away, there's less chance of there being a rebellion there. So I think our rebellion issues for the time being have disappeared. Now then, what is our balance on at the moment? We are focused on admin, which isn't the worst idea, because we do have pretty low admin. Maybe we'd be better off getting rid of the admin advisor and getting a Diplo. Or can we afford a Diplo as well? How much are we making? Yeah, I think we can afford a Diplo for now. He's spy offense, which isn't useful. But we're just taking him for the extra point. The extra monarch point at this time. Should hopefully soon be able to take another tech or two. We're very, very close to be able to getting our next military tech. In fact, there it goes. So, what do we want here? One province can either get local tax modifier or local trade power. Let's give them the tax. Let's go ahead and grab the next military tech. That gives us new unit type. So, do we want the offensive or the defensive? We probably... I mean, it's the same both ways pretty much. I think we'll go for the one that is slightly more balanced. That's fine. You can just stay as a leader because, you know, if you die, it's not the end of the world because you're our heir and you're pretty terrible because you're a 032. That's all the coring done, which is fantastic. That's certainly going to help the... yeah, look at that. Yamato 0.0. Suruga is 0.5. That's because the overextension has gone away. So that seems like we'll get rid of all of our rebellion issues. So Japan's looking pretty unified now. Now, how long is our war with Korea? May 1984. So it's not too far away. We've only got another 3 years left, and we could be declaring war with them. They do have a few more allies now. They're allied with Wu and Yan. Now, Wu and Yan are these separate provinces here that have popped up in China because Ming has exploded, as Ming often tends to do. Do any of these guys like us? Is it possible that we could get any of these guys on our side? Probably not. We haven't been rivaled by any of them. We could go ahead and rival Wu. I suppose we probably should do because they are down here on the coast. Ming, if only you would join us. Be on our side. Yeah, most of China isn't going to like us at all. Let's go ahead and... we can actually get an alliance with Ming. We'll go ahead and do that. We might not actually get involved in any of his wars, but we can go ahead and get an alliance with him. So let's go ahead and do that. We have lost an advisor, which is our admin advisor. Production efficiency. No reason why not. Oh, there's all these rank 1s. Now, production efficiency or tax modifier, which one is going to give us the most benefit? I'm tempted to say that it's probably going to be tax at the moment. If we actually look at our taxation, 6.74 ducats, production 2.99 ducats. So I think at the moment having the tax modifier is actually going to give us the better income. Royal marriage from Ming. Now, okay, don't go and break up with us this time. I'm going to go ahead and try and improve relations with him, just to keep him happy. Now, he's probably going to get smacked around quite a lot, but at least when I go to war with Korea, because let's be honest, it's going to happen at some point. At least when I go to war with Korea, Ming will probably keep Yan and Wu occupied. And he does have Ming does still have a few ships, so hopefully we'll be okay. How's our manpower situation looking? We still need 1,700 men to fully reinforce our existing armies, and we are gaining 173 each month. So it's going to take us about 10 months just to get our army back up to full strength, and that's before we start making any more manpower. We can have one more unit, which we will probably get. Trying to save up some money, of course. Be useful if we need mercenaries later. I think we've done fairly well so far in this game. We actually haven't had to get any mercenaries, which is quite good. Can we get any more claims against Korea? Yes, we can. Now, going to war with Ming is quite problematic and quite difficult. The good thing is we can actually go to war with Wu because he's much smaller. So at least we've got people to pick on, although you do find that quite a lot of them end up allied with each other, which is a right pain in the neck. We don't have a CB. We probably can't fabricate claims because we don't have any neighbouring provinces, so that's a little bit of a shame. But Korea is our prime target. If we can grab a foothold here, we will be good. 30 admin power or army tradition. Army tradition is nice, but we're always short of monarch points, so we're going to go for the admin power. Lose 50 ducats for 10 prestige or lose 25 admin. Well, I'd prefer not to lose either, but we'll gain some prestige, lose some money. When's our admin tech available? This month. So let's go ahead and grab our admin tech. Still behind time. But now we can actually choose an idea group, and we've got to start thinking about what we want to take. Now, unfortunately, we're not really going to have a lot of points that we can spend because of the increased costs that Japan has. This is another one of the reasons why I really do want to be able to start colonizing, because if I can actually get some colonies going on down here, it's quite possible that we'll run into the likes of Spain or Portugal or even France, and that'll give us an opportunity to westernize. So we've got an opportunity here to get local fortifications until the end of the game, or 25 military power. 25 military power is really nice to get it for free. But getting local defensiveness on a province, where is Chikuzen, more importantly? Chikuzen is where now? This province here. This province doesn't really need local defensiveness, I wouldn't have thought. So we are going to gain 25 military power instead. What I've also just realised, and I hadn't kept my eye on this, is this place actually has a fort here, which we don't want, because I've already spoken about how not having forts seems to be more beneficial, because the provinces are worth less war score, and it also saves you a hell of a lot of money. Yes, having a maintained fort gives you army tradition, but you get so little army tradition, it's not really worth it. That is the only fort that we have, so don't have to worry about that anymore. So I think as far as idea groups go, we probably will want to get expansion ideas. Now it's annoying because it's an admin-based idea group, but it does give us a colonist straight the way, plus an additional merchant. We don't have to pick straight away, though, which is a good thing. Units have suffered casualties. Well, you should be sorting yourself out, so we don't have to worry too much about that. Looks like all of the rebellions have potentially gone away. I'm not even necessarily sure that we have to keep our army down here on the mainland. I mean, what's going to happen down here? There might be the odd rebellion. We may be better off moving our armies up here into Korean lands, especially before the truce runs out, which is obviously going to be another couple of years, but we want to make sure we have our men there ready and waiting. Now, we've looked at our... we know the idea groups, but what about the national ideas? I think also there's a couple of these that are slightly different for the Chinese group. No, apparently not. Okay, so what about our national ideas, our Japanese ideas? Well, we get cheaper stability costs, and we get extra 10% in discipline. We also get some infantry combat ability, which is really, really nice. We have Tosun Bugyo, which gives us 25% domestic trade power, so that's going to be really nice to get that. The Higashiyama culture, which would give us an extra 1 yearly prestige. The Reformed Landholding, which gives us national manpower modifier, that's going to be really nice. The Shankin Kotai, which will give us reduced unrest. Sakoku, which is fort defense. The Bakufu Choko Katsushi, is that right? The Bakufu Chokatsushi. I used to be able to speak a little bit of Japanese. I used to practice Aikido many years ago, so there was quite a bit of Japanese involved in that, and it's been so long. And then the Shinokosho system, which will give us yearly legitimacy and better chance of a new heir. So some of them are not great, but some of the early ones are actually quite good. Domestic trade power, good. Manpower modifier, good. Local unrest reduction, good. So hopefully we'll hit quite a few of those things. But yeah, the quicker we can westernize, I think, the better, really. It does really suck how slow you get techs in the Eastern cultures in this game. Korea is already on Tech 6 militaristically. They're 546. We are 545. So, you know, they do have an advantage over us there. Mainly it's better cavalry, better tactics, better combat width, better shock. You know, I mean, we do have that infantry combat ability, which certainly helps out a lot. But yeah, it's not always necessarily a good thing. We finished fabricating the claim. I think that's the last claim that we can get against them. Yeah, no more claims we could fabricate. We could probably try and fabricate claims up here on Yaren if we wanted to. Yeah, we could. Don't know if I want to take anything from them just yet. They are still our ally. And if we were to go to war with Korea... Well, they won't be able to do it yet anyway because they have a truce like we do. Ming is 1,300 ducats in debt. GG Ming. 6 pretender regiments in Mushai. Where is Mushai? Guess we'll find out, but before we do, we need to go and put up our army maintenance. And it is down there, which is farmlands. That is fine. Let's actually go ahead and remember to assign the leader. I don't even mind if he dies. I'll take the stability hit. Yeah, obviously, I couldn't really stop them, and I want to get my morale back before I go in. It was nice recovering manpower while it lasted. It's a shame it didn't last very long. So, yeah, we've got enough there. We'll go in and take them. Not sure if there is a river crossing, but it won't matter with a manoeuvre of 5. Although, saying that, we're getting spanked pretty hard here. Mainly because he's got a lot of manoeuvre, but other than that, he's a totally crap leader. There we go, we rolled a 9. No, we didn't even kill him off. Gotta go chase him down and finish the job. There we go. So you move back over there. Can't actually change the leader while we're sieging out, so that's fine. We can actually just go ahead and drop the army maintenance again now, so let's go ahead and do that. Make some money, about 6 ducats a month, not too bad. Back under our control, we will go and no leader you. I think it's only if he dies in, but I don't think it matters if he's leading an army. I think it's only if he dies while leading, if he dies in combat while leading an army. So we should be okay. Now, not an awful lot for our diplomats to do at the moment. We're continuing to suck up with Ming. Might be nice if we could have got some of the other, like Halix, for example. Who do you hate? You're a vassal of Ming, actually. That's not too bad, then. You'd at least be able to help us with Korea. Can't ally you because you're a subject nation. We could go ahead and improve relations with them. It's not a bad idea, especially if they ever become independent from Ming. They're quite big. And they're also quite close to Korea, so they might be able to help out. So it's certainly worth keeping an eye on them. Can't believe how much in debt Ming is. Ming is just getting ripped to pieces over here. I don't suppose any of these other guys like us. They all tend to be -10, -20. I think they're actually all Ming's vassals, to be honest. Where are you? Well, you've got some alliances. No, you only have one vassal. And all of the rest of them are, what, independent nations? Yep, they're all. They're all independent kingdoms. Okay, fair enough. We want to get some of this stuff down here. It's just waiting to be colonised. It's just waiting for us to take bites out of it. I think we got to go expansion. I think we have to. The only problem we've got, of course, is that all of these provinces are classed as being in the same region. They're not overseas. So when we colonise them, because they're on the same continent, we will have to core them. Which is a real pain, because if you colonise anything that's on a different continent, you get a free core. If it's on the same continent, you have to core it. So that's not too great. It looks like these guys are going to be fighting amongst themselves. That happens quite often. Ming doesn't explode as often as he used to. Ming used to have a modifier called Inner Perfection, I think it was. Something like that. And it was always that gave him, like, stupid high unrest that would always cause Ming to fracture. And I think they removed that modifier a couple of patches ago, and it reduces the chance of this happening. But it still can happen. But I mean, historically, this is what happens to Ming. Ming falls apart. And if Ming didn't fall apart in the game, he'd just be an absolute nightmare. What can we see? Can we see anything else going on in Europe? Not an awful lot, really. Can't see anything here at all. Can see a little bit of the Middle East. A bit of Saudi Arabia. But that's about as far over to the west as we can see. And obviously we haven't discovered anything over here in the east yet, so not an awful lot going on. So I guess the only three places we can take are around sort of the Brunei area and down in Indonesia. Of course, we'll try and get Taiwan first. It's nice and close. What are the natives like there? 6,000 natives. Yeah, a lot of natives here in Taiwan. But I think that is definitely going to be our next target. Our truce with Korea has ended. I hadn't realised that so much time had passed. Provincial unrest is going up slightly. It's that independence for Ainu again. And the animist zealots. I think it was my plan to get everybody over here to deal with Korea. I think I'll actually leave my guys where they are for now. One thing that I will do, though, is I'm going to go and just put the army maintenance back up. We're still making money. And if Korea do decide to declare war on me out of the blue, I'd prefer to actually have full maintenance, full morale, and be able to deal with that. Our force limit's actually going up quite decently at the moment. What's the balance here? You're a 6-4. You are a 9-1. So very uneven. But let's go ahead and we'll get ourselves a another infantry unit over here. We can only grab one, unfortunately, just because we don't have the manpower. As soon as we get into another month and we can queue up another one, we will do. Just make sure we have a few more men over here in this province. And then we'll probably add a cavalry to this one just to try and balance the numbers up a little bit more. So there we go. We'll queue another one up there. Burning through our manpower, but it's better to have a big army at the beginning of a fight than to have a small army and then have to try and build individual units while you're getting wrecked. Now, just because the truce is run out, it doesn't mean that they're going to declare war on us instantly. So I think we've got a little bit of time to spare. But no doubt a war will be coming. We've managed to do a conversion. Let's get that third one done. Our truce with Caution has ended. Of course, that war actually ended slightly later because Korea was separate, pieced out first. We have had... our leader has died again. Seems to happen far too often. So, once again, we spend some admin points to boost our stability up because being at negative stability is always really bad. So if we were to go and declare war now on Korea, Yemen wouldn't come in because they are massively in debt. Ming wouldn't come in because Ming is still massively in debt. Now, if we were, for example, to declare war on... Oh, Cochin is gone. No, they're not. They're still down here. If we were to declare war on Cochin, would Korea come in? They would. I was trying to have a look to see if Korea are actually in debt. That was my... You know, maybe with everyone else being in debt, maybe Korea are in debt as well. Giola. Where is Giola? We lost a claim. What do we want to do here? Gain one... Yeah, we'll take the mercantilism. We've lost our claim down here, so we'll go ahead and keep refabricating these claims. We will be going to war with them soon. Just going to pause for a tick just so that registers. But that is well over the 20-minute mark, so a good point to end the video. So after 10 videos, we are 40 years since the start of the game. And we've managed to unify the whole of Japan. We've already taken some land from Korea. Ming has exploded. And over the course of the next 5 videos, we'll probably be trying to work out a way in which we can take some more land from Korea. Obviously, it gets a little bit difficult because we are burning our way through a lot of monarch points trying to core these provinces. But that is an issue that we're going to have, certainly at least until we can westernize. So, thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you're still enjoying Europa Universalis IV as Japan, and I'll see you on the next video. Until then, goodbye for now.